Okay, so we're here with Lynn, and it's very, very exciting for me. And when we're not setting up, we just hooked up the mics, and here Lynn's giving it. How old are you now, Lynn?
87.
87.
I was
And
88 in September.
88 in September. And if I'm 88, 87, and I'm doing it this way, this will be okay. So what Lynn's got here is a neon bounty rebounder, and she's got a support bar. And you know what's amazing is she's actually utilizing exactly like we said she should be utilizing it, which is it is merely there for support. As she's getting up onto the rebounder,
Yeah.
and just while you're bouncing, when you feel like a little bit of instability, you
Yes.
touch. But just tell us, when you got it for the first time, you were holding onto it a lot, weren't you?
But yes, I kept, I didn't hold on, grip it. I just kept my hands on, like you explained also,
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. It's just something there that in case you feel.
yes, it just gives me the confidence that I won't fall,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I want to go through 10 questions. I actually
Yeah.
jotted them down. How did you first get into bouncing, and what inspired you to start?
It was about 32 years ago.
32 years
Yeah.
ago?
My late husband had just passed away, and I decided to go back to work. And my boss at the time, he was also very much into exercises and
Right.
dieting and all that. And he referred me to a book. I can't quite remember the name, but it was Marilyn and Harvey Diamond.
Okay.
And I got the book, and there they mention. I'm just a bit out of breath now.
Okay. Maybe pause a little bit on the bouncing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They were talking about a rebound, and I've never heard of it at that time. I'd
Yes.
never heard of a rebounder. And anyhow, they were so impressed, they decided to buy one for Christmas, as a Christmas gift to everybody in the family. And anyhow, I found out a rebounder was a trampoline.
Right.
And I bought one, I don't know, Macro or someplace, just an ordinary plain little rebounder. And for 30 odd years, I always had a rebounder.
Right.
And all I ever did was just bounce up and down. But I read over there, and they explained how it cleans out your lymph gland. And
Yes.
even if you're an old lady, which I wasn't quite then, but they said you could sit with your legs on the rebounder, and somebody else can bounce, and you could still get benefit from
Still
it.
get benefit, yeah.
So,
It's that up and down
up and
movement,
down,
that
yes.
gravitational
Yes.
pull that activates your lymph
Yeah.
ducts, yeah.
So I was very impressed, and then my daughter bought one, and then my friend bought one, and quite a lot of people bought,
Right.
And even when then I'd get a new one, and then I'd pass the other one to somebody else.
Okay.
But on the 25th of May, I didn't fall. I tripped
Right.
over an uneven paving here in our pathways.
Which is one of the biggest fears that the seniors have, is
Yes.
falling.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I went down like a ton of bricks, and with a fall, I actually bounced on the hip.
Oh, wow.
And
So very serious.
that all cleared up.
Right.
And then the one day I went down to Eastgate with somebody, and she was in a big hurry, and I had to rush, and I just had the stick with me, which was my fault. I should have taken a walker, and I was rushing back, and my ankle gave. And since then, everything else is healed, but my ankle.
Right.
And but when I felt, I just got sort of depressed, and I gave away everything. I gave away the trampoline, and I still got my balance board, and that I've never used it again. But I just decided I'm finished. I don't think I'm going to last.
Yes.
And
So you actually gave up. You thought this was the end
yes,
now.
yeah. And because also, you don't survive after a fall.
Fall, yeah.
I keep busy. I'm very, very busy. I bake and garden and sew and everything. So then a little while ago, I just decided I've got to do something. I can't just
Right.
carry on like this. And I realized the only thing that's going to help me, and I sort of went into Google.
Yes.
And I looked around and everything, and the only thing that helped me is a trampoline.
So, I mean, first of all, so question for you is the
Yes.
health benefits that you've felt.
Yes.
Does it improve your balance?
Oh yes, definitely. My balance has improved, and I'm sleeping much better.
Right, sleep.
And, I'm just feeling, I just feel like I'm full of life again. I
Really,
feel
eh?
back to normal. Like I said, can I mention that I've joined
Yes.
Vitality again?
Yeah, Vitality. They're a partner of ours, and
Yeah,
this is
yes.
great. I mean, and this is from someone that thought you thought your life had ended.
Yes, because,
To doing what you're doing right now, and how many minutes into this interview, and you're
Yeah.
still bouncing?
I can go for half an hour, even more,
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I love it. I know every bounce is doing good, and
Yes.
it's good for my arms. I box.
Right.
You know.
That's amazing.
And I do the jumping jacks. And
That's so amazing.
I don't lift my feet. I couldn't before I got the shoes because I got stuck on the mat, you know.
Yeah, and that's important. If you take a look at the shoes, I see you've just got your Bounty soles now. And we always talk about this, that you need to have the right shoes.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then either your feet will stick or the shoe that you have is too high and it'll give.
Yeah, you need the right tools for the right job. You
Yes.
know, that's what I feel, you know.
Okay, so I've got, you know what I actually did? I'll be honest with you. I asked ChatGPT to help me with this interview. And I said I was going to meet you and what should I ask you? And it came up. So what did you say to someone your age? Someone in their kind of, I think probably, what, mid-70s and up?
Yeah.
What did you say?
You know, well, a majority of people will, most of my friends are gone. They died, you know,
Right.
they passed on. And next door, well, she's a year younger than me, but over here they about 10 years younger than me. And
Okay, so in their
they
70s.
sit and they do nothing. They don't move. You know, and if you don't move, you're not going to help yourself.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And I mean, your joints need to be moved. But I just say to them, get started. I tried biokinetics. They take a ball and they pass on and they pass on. It's not for me. I need
Right.
something that moves.
Moves,
you know?
roots.
Yeah.
And so like Lisa loves to say, movement is medicine.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But the thing is, it makes you feel good. You know?
Yeah,
It's
so you're
like
like a-
I'm skipping, and
skipping.
skipping is good for you too.
And you know, that movement, that up and down movement, is the benefits of that up and down movement. This is what NASA discovered.
Yeah.
And also the book and some of these folks have discovered that when you up and down on the rebounder, what's happening is you're getting 1.5 to 2 times the force of gravity.
Yeah.
And that does 3 things.
Yeah, and-
It builds muscles, more muscles.
It-
It builds bones.
Bones.
And it drains your lymphatic
and,
system.
And everybody's suffering from osteoporosis
Yes.
at this age, you know.
Yep.
So
I must be honest, this what you're doing right now is blowing me away. Would you just say it's a continual...
it's a continue, you know. And there isn't one absolute standout, but it really it lifts my spirits, you know, and
Brilliant.
I feel good.
Brilliant. Yeah. Look, I was talking to Lynn just before we started the interview, and you know, it's about not your lifespan. It's actually about your health span. It's that last 15 years where you're living qualitatively, where you can move, you're mobile, you have less of a fear of falling because you've got your balance, and it feels like even after a drastic event like that hip and all of that, you're back.
Yes. Now I definitely feel I'm back. And my kids are supporting me all the way, and my
That's brilliant.
grandchildren as well, you know.
Awesome.
They-
And one of the ideas that Lynn gave me was to build a little step that we can hook up to the rebounder, so it's just easier to get back on it. So we're going to do that. Watch out for that. I mean, and what I love about it, it's in your lounge, your little TV over there. You can look at routines. You can look outside.
Yes.
It's not something where you have to get in your car and go to a gym or go to a pool.
I don't drive anymore, so, you know.
Yeah.
And
Because people always say at this age you should be doing, aquatics.
yeah.
But it's...
Or like I say, biokinetics, I've got nothing against it. But, you know, they sit there, they pull a rubber band 2 or 3 times, then they get up, then they take a ball, and then
Yes.
and I can't do that, you know.
There's
And
more to this.
Yeah.
And no pain, obviously, when you
No.
get offered, etc. So look, for those of you that are, looking at your parents, and if those of you that are in your senior years, look at this, 87.
So just do it slowly.
Yeah.
You know, you don't rush anything.
Yep.
But like I say, I never ever had a rebounder like this. I just had a plain old trampoline.
Yes.
You know, but
And this is softer on your joints than the
Yes.
ones that you
Yeah.
find. The cheaper retail ones are dangerous, actually.
Yeah.
These ones that we have give you this bounce. So when
Yeah.
you're standing still, it's got the elasticity to give
Yes.
you the bounce because it's bungee cords.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Awesome.
know, when I was Googling and I ordered one, it turned out it was for a child.
Ah.
You know, because I just saw the bar.
The bar, yeah, the
And,
sport bar. Well, look, inspirational. I mean, I feel like I want to give you a hug again. Well done, well done.
Thanks.
And hopefully all of you watching out there, I mean, this is just, it's so inspirational to watch this. It's so inspirational to see. So well done, then.
And you know, I can't tell you the feeling that I've got, you know, that I feel light and I feel ready to take on anything. You know, I can do things and that,
Brilliant,
you know, and,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, there it is. Evidence. Okay, Lynn, I think you better get off now.
Yeah.